welcome everyone. Here we are again. So in 1 minute, we have some high impact news. So make sure you trade safe, you have your positions well managed, because we might see some nice volatility on the chart. It's good to see you. In today's live stream, we're not only going to cover Bitcoin, we will also cover the alts. So that actually means that I need a pen, which I have, and some paper, because I'm going to write down the timestamps as we go through the different alts. Find an empty page in my notebook here. There we go. And let's see what's going on, right? Okay, there we go. It is currently 2:30 p.m. Central European Time. Volatility might kick in, right? So we have some high impact news. All of this is 2:30 p.m. Central European Time right now, Wednesday, November 27th, which is today. So let's see what it brings us if we do get some volatility on the chart, yes or no. Of course, we're going to focus on Elliott waves. All right, there's a couple of levels that are important, as explained in the morning analysis, in the update video, which I posted I don't know, about 1.5 hours ago, I believe. I had difficulty to do the update this morning because I had a meeting for 2 hours, and then other stuff was going on. So, but hey, always at least a video coming. So very, very nice. Welcome, Thunderin. Second like. Cheers, man. Thanks. Tim, what's up? How you doing? Working, I suppose. Are you currently at the office working on some 3D designs? Jeffrey, good morning. Tavanrat, what's up? Christian, raises on, or the bull run, indeed. Lowry, good to have you here, Lowry. Been a while. Welcome. Nice golden badge. Mano Nespro, what's up? Michael Medina. Literally wanted to ask if you could analyze ETH because the alts are going to pop anytime soon. Yeah, it should be interesting. So we will have a look at it later. We'll first shortly, again, as always, right? We in alt streams as well. We just shortly cover what we look for on Bitcoin, and then we move straight into the alts. And see how many we can do in an hour, 1.5 hours. Yeah. Dara, what's up? USD is dropping. Bitcoin question mark. I don't know. I haven't checked the USD, like the dollar chart, to be honest. But patience. Smoko, by the way, welcome. Good to have you here. What's up, Mool? Welcome. Okay. As we say in the Netherlands, laten we er geen gras over groeien, which basically means let's not grow grass over it. It's a Dutch saying, you know, like Dutch sayings are famous for being a bit weird at times. But basically what it means is let's not wait and let's get straight into it. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I will only summarize Bitcoin so you know what to look for, and then we jump in alts. Okay. I have my pen and everything ready. So I will also write Bitcoin down. We are starting with Bitcoin 10 minutes into the stream. Very nice. Flotty, yo, what's up? Been a while. Good to have you here, man. How you doing? Of course, I mean, on YouTube, because we talk a lot, of course, in the Gold Elliott Wave group in Discord. But nice to see you here jumping on the live. Okay, let's start, everyone. It's going to be a summary, so this may be quick. If you want more information about what's in my folders here, check the previous update that was posted about 1.5 hours ago. Okay, so on the daily time frame, we are looking for price to continue towards the upside, continue the bigger trend, right? 1212, we look for some 4/5s. Area of support is always a wave 4 of a lower degree. Not a rule, but a strong guideline is that a wave 4 of a higher degree, being white, likes to retrace to a wave 4 of a lower degree, which is this range over here. right? Giving you an area of interest between 93.5K and 86.6K. Now, price moved to the downside and also hit the common target area of a wave 4, mainly the 236 at 92K was touched here, which generally is a minimum target for a wave 4. So the minimum price target is touched. Also, the minimum time target is respected because that is the 382, and this low is made after the 0.382. It is more common for wave 4s, however, to be longer in time compared to a wave 2, as the vertical line is taken from the start to the end of 2 to the end of 3, right? So it is more common for wave 4s to be longer in time. So therefore, of course, the potential of a bigger sideways ranging structure before continuation to the upside. It's just that the result is the same, which means you're looking for price to move up. So as long as the probabilities remain higher to keep moving up, it's of course more interesting to look for longs compared to shorts also on the lower time frames. Bearish scenario is a finished impulse to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, extended 5, finished bull market, and down we go. Lower probabilities mainly because your wave 5 is extended, and an extended 5 is rare. It is most common to have an extended wave 3, not an extended wave 5, right? So that therefore has lower probabilities compared to the multi 1-2, where we then have a wave 4, and we look for price to continue towards the upside. On the 1 hour time frame, can we really call any scenario bearish? Arguably, yes. So this would be your, I suppose, bearish scenario. Here we look for continuation of the range. So this is the 1 hour. Now, for the people that might not really know how this, like how the degrees and the time frames work, we are looking for a daily time frame wave 4, which means that on a 1 hour or 4 hour time frame, we are then looking for ranges. Right? So then you move into the 1 hour, and this structure can be a subwave of 4. Right? So inside your 4, you then look for your ABC, in at least this case here on my chart. No? Now here we then have 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5-wave structure in A. We want to see a 3-wave in B, and this is important, especially if price takes out this high. Oops, wait, I misclicked here. Can I Control Z this? I accidentally pressed Z. Okay, there we go. Especially if price takes out this high, the move up will determine continuation or B. Now, what's the difference? In a wave B, you want to see a 3-wave structure. Common target is 05786, 95.2, 97.9. Minimum target 94.2. Wave B, as mentioned, has to be a 3-waver. So you want to look for something like this now. Wave B can be, however, any corrective structure, but if it's a zigzag or double zigzag, you will look for stuff like this, even a flat, right, or triangle, anything possible. But these are just your common target areas or target areas for B, and most common is always 05786. So that's why it's on my chart. Now, the reason that it's so important to keep an eye on this here, and especially this high at about 94.8K, is because of the potential of a bullish scenario if price takes out this high. If price takes out this high here at 94.8K, the bullish scenario is quite simply this. And it might sound obvious, but that's because of actually the 15-minute time frame, which I'll cover in a little bit. But basically, this move up here for the bulls can kind of only be counted as a multi 1-2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You want to see a wave 3, right? So in an impulse, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you get your 3, and then you get your 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. This move, right? That is what you want to see for the bulls. Not in a wave B. In a wave B, of course, you're looking for a much more sideways structure, and not a multi 1-2 followed by a 3 straight line up, right? Like, so if we're looking for a wave B, in other words, looking for the potential of shorts, we're in a bull market, just saying, then by all means, a B has to be a more sideways structure. The moment price pushes here, there is no way I will ever touch my short button, right? Until price calms down, starts to move sideways, right, for a longer period of time here, and then I might get interested in looking for price to eventually move to the downside. But for the bulls, if price takes out 94.8, the bulls want to pretty much look for a straight line up, because you want to see a wave 3 develop. Volume increasing as well as price then moves towards the upside. So price takes out the high, moves up, volume should increase. In a wave B, you just want more sideways price action. And that's the main difference between the two. After B, you then look for a wave C to the downside to take out the low of A. To the downside, we did hit support here. We hit the value area high of this range. And just below us, we have a point of control and a value area low as well. So we did hit support, but we do have additional support to the downside. In this case, for a potential C, 89.4, 90K, and then 86.9, 87.4. Also remember that yesterday, when price was ranging over here, right, we were looking for a bit of a bounce. We actually got two. It's quite luxury. Get two bounces. Okay, so why is 94.8K so important? It's because of this scenario. This is, I mean, arguably it's quote unquote your most bearish scenario, which is still bullish, by the way, as after Y, you pretty much look for price to take out all-time highs. After a WXY, you look for price to take out all-time high. So here we have a double zigzag, ABCW, short X, and then another ABC and Y. All right, now invalidation for this scenario is B taking out the start of A, 94.8K. And this is why that level is so important, because it invalidates this scenario. Target area at the moment, 87.5, 85.7, in combination with this blue box. Right? Now, as mentioned, we're in a bull market. I am personally a lot more interested in looking for longs compared to shorts. Yesterday, when price was over here, as mentioned just now, we're looking for a bit of a bounce towards the upside as we started to move sideways, right? And we got a bit of a bounce. So that's perfectly fine. Will it continue? Well, let's first wait and see if it takes 94.8. It's just important. If price falls and comes back down, well, that's good. Actually, honestly, that's great. There's more opportunities down there, no? Yeah, no biggie, no problem. Would actually be quite nice. But yeah, we gotta wait and see. So currently, we just keep an eye if this turns into a B, yes or no. You would need to change structure, of course, and move to the downside here. Preferably, you take out 92.3K. If you take out 92.3K this low here, probabilities are high you're going to take out this low, right, at 90.6. So as you can see, there's a couple of levels that are very important, which is also why the morning update video, or the update video earlier today, I actually posted it early afternoon here, had as a title urgent or thumbnail urgent Bitcoin levels, because there's a couple of very, very clear, identifiable horizontal levels that impact probabilities, which is great because it provides clarity. It provides clarity. So on the 15-minute time frame, your only bullish scenario is actually a multi-1-2. So if you have an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you look for a 2 and continuation up. The problem is that your wave 1 and 4 overlap. Over here, the low and the high have overlap, which is an invalidation for an impulse. Well, in a diagonal structure, your wave 4, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your wave 4 is bigger compared to your wave 2 in price. However, right? So it means you need to think about a expanding diagonal, but your wave 5 is bigger than your wave 3, or shorter. shorter than your wave 3. So 4 is longer than 2, but 5 is shorter than 3, which is not allowed. So a diagonal doesn't work. Which leaves us with the multi 1 2, where then we need to think 1 2 1 2 1 2. That you're looking for continuation up, and that is what I then explained, is that if you take out this high, the bulls want a multi 1 2, which means that after a couple of 1 2s, you want to see your 3. Price moving up, volume moving up. Right? That is what the bulls want to see after taking 94.8. Now we're not there yet. We're not there yet, but that is what they're aiming for. So yeah. Yeah, that's basically it on Bitcoin. So on a weekly time frame, didn't actually cover that, but just to open it on a weekly time frame, highest probability here, looking for 5, right? So we still want to see a couple of 4 5 4 5, and eventually price moving down. No, if however volume increases as price moves up, taking out this high, I know it happened on Binance, but I want to see it on Coinbase, trust it more. Then we can look for much higher prices and the potential of a wave 3. On the daily time frame, the bullish scenario from an Elliott wave point of view has a higher probability, where we look for a continuation of the bull market. Support is basically the blue box here, 93.5, 86.6, right? And on the 1 hour time frame, mentioned in the, I think I actually have it here. On the 1 hour, preferably ABC over WXY, but I would need 94.8 to be taken. And if 94.8 is taken, the follow-up is important to distinguish between corrective straight line up or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, B and C. At the moment, an ABC, a continuation of the range for a bigger wave 4, has a higher probability, as generally wave 4s are bigger in size compared to wave 2s, right? Daily time frame, remember? So on the daily, you preferably look for a bigger structure, which is represented in both an ABC as well as this WXY, right? Both of these scenarios lead to a longer range in a wave 4, which generally is what you'd be looking for due to time. But if price takes out 94.8 and we move up, poof, straight line, impulse. Right? So quite simple. There's no way I have any shorts up here, any limits or whatever. Of course, there are areas of resistance, but the bulls have a very clearly identified structure. You need a big move up with volume moving up. If you do not get this, ABC is the one to look for. If you do get this, all-time high. But first you need 94.8K. Yeah. So yeah, keep it easy, right? So these type of retracements are absolutely part of a bull market. At the moment, there's no reason to think we're not in a bull market anymore, right? Probabilities are higher for bullish continuation on the higher time frames. So as a trader myself using Elliott waves, I preferably trade in the direction of the bigger trend. And the trend is your friend till the end. And then local opportunities will give me new entries. Right? Range is opportunity. I think I actually made that video not too long ago. Range is opportunity. So yeah, that is it. So I will put Bitcoin as a pinned comment, like the start of the Bitcoin analysis, as a pinned comment in the chat, and then we can have a look at some alts. Thanksgiving tomorrow, Black Friday, half day trading only. Interesting. So either today you get a big move. If we are then stuck maybe by the end of today in this range, and ABC is interesting. Yeah. Yo, Alex, your thumbnail picture is very beautiful. I would subscribe if you haven't. Yo, how you doing, man? What's up? How's life in Canada? If you don't know, by the way, guys, Alex O'Crypto is also a content creator in the space. and he has a different style of analysis. Sometimes uses a bit of Elliott waves as well. But if you like more like a broader analysis style, I suppose, then make sure to check out his channel. It's growing quite nicely, 4.51. There you go. This is Alex, by the way. This is the face behind the name. Great guy, and yeah, make sure to check it out if you haven't. Sometimes I'm chilling, lurking. I'm a big lurker, like I don't really tend to chat too much, but I like to lurk in streams. Alexandra, how you doing? Welcome. What's up, guys? Sending some love to you and your family. You have a real family. You got a little kid, right? How's the nights? Quick look up here. How would you count the potential finish 4 of the multi-1-2 scenario? Well, ABC or WXY are currently the counts to keep an eye on. And if one want to finish this structure here, then an ABC or a WXY. I mentioned in the morning update that if price moves up, takes out 94.8, and you get volume coming in and great impulsivity, it doesn't matter how you count this move, ABC or WXY. It's a zigzag family structure, right? Unrelated, it then is unrelated to the move up. If you do move to all-time highs, but at the moment we just observe. CVDs are neutral. Yeah, we have the bullish CVDs playing out consistently as price moved up. All the bullish CVDs played out, and now again. So yeah, it's at the moment not too much going on from a CVD perspective. Yeah, 2022. Yeah, since November, 15K. I love lurking here. I'm a big lurker. Also on Twitch. What would the 886 price be? 94.8 to 90.7. No. So if you use an 886, the only two 886s that are relevant is from this high to this low and from this low to the high. There's no 886 over here that is relevant. As a general rule of thumb, you want to pull an 886 from the start of a correction, right? Or the start of a potential new impulse, right? So the end of a corrective structure, for example. So from the start to the end, you pull an 886, which is then somewhere here, no, or here. And if you hit the 886, probabilities are very high you're going to take out that high. Take an 886 from the low to the high here now, right? That is one to keep in mind. Those are the only two, really. Saraga, what's up? Jeffrey, Mudra Guru, how do you check CVD? Which platform do you use? Is there any setting one should look for? The platform is AGGR. Template is the first link in the description. I also have a video on my channel, right? So if you go to my YouTube channel, LINKTREE is in the description, and then you can go to playlists, educational content, and there is a CVD video, or just go to the homepage and then scroll down. And that will give you all the information. And then the template can be, it's the first link in the description. So you will be referred to Discord because that's where all the downloads are. That's the community main area. Okay. I miss watching your lives. Nunol, what's up? Welcome. It's been a while. It's easily been 4 months, 3 months, been a while. Yeah. Good to have you. The best CVD video on YouTube. Yo, Alex, man, you're putting a lot of feathers in my bum, yo. Like, you know that saying? Veer in je kont steken. I don't know if that's a Dutch one as well, by the way. Those Dutch sayings. Okay, let's have a look at some alts. This will go quick, by the way. Generally, not too much changes on alts on the higher time frames. So we are starting with ETH. It's kind of like requested a lot, so let's have a look. Where is it? There we go. Bum, bum. Now ETH is actually quite easy. From an analysis point of view, you only need 2 fibs pretty much. Just writing down the timestamp here. So on Ethereum, is it this? Yeah, so on Ethereum, we have a double 886 touch. Now, I just explained a little bit about the 886, but basically, the moment you hit an 886, the probabilities are very high. You're going to take out that high at some point in time. So we have a three-way, very clearly identifiable three-way structure to the downside, right? Corrective, increasing probabilities to take out that high at some stage already. And then price for good measure hit the 886, meaning probability is higher to also take the high, because the 886 is very rare for a wave 2 if you want to count an impulse, right? In a 1, 2, 3, can't really count this as a 1 because it's a 3 wave, not a 5 wave, but still 886 touched, rare for wave 2, common for a wave B or a wave X, increasing probabilities to take the high. Any move down has a higher probability of being a corrective structure, not impulsive, which in turn again increases probabilities to take the high. But not only did you hit the bigger 886 taken from all-time high on ETH to the low, locally you also here hit another smaller one taken from the high to the low here, 886 touched. Same principle, right? Any move down, higher probability it's corrective, increasing probability still to take this high at a later stage. So the bias is up, even though you move down, right? The bias is to the upside still. And that is actually everything you need to know really on Ethereum. Now, of course, I do have some folders here. We can have a look. Targets. Okay, we are at some resistance here on ETH, daily, weekly, and a point of control of the previous range here. So currently at some resistance. Nice. This horizontal support resistance area was, of course, one that we kept an eye on. Resistance, broken. That's a good one. Support on the monthly and the weekly. And now we're at resistance. So yeah. Nice. Okay, from an Elliott wave point of view, most bullish is what you see here on the chart. It's a bit of an awkward impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because 4 is so short in blue, but in white 4 is massive compared to white 2. Right? So it's not ideal, so to speak. Right. Now also your wave 2, right? Minimum target is at least reached, which is the 0.382. But more important, instead of trying to nail the exact scenario on Ethereum, it's much better to just keep in mind the general trend and general probabilities instead of trying to pinpoint exact entries. I once learned, I don't know if it was the book Best Loser Wins from Tom Hougaard, but there's a book somewhere where I read your exits are more important than your entries. I mean, it depends a little bit on your trading style, but in general, I would agree, right? Being able to manage your trade and manage your exit is more important than your entries. Entries can, of course, generally have a relationship with your stop loss. So it, how the further your stop loss, the lower your size, the bigger a price has to move to get a decent RR. But still, right, that's management. We also have a bit of a triangle here, A, B, C, D, and then you look for still an E. In other words, in this case, you would look for a rejection, maybe retest this white support resistance box between 2.7, 2.9, and then move up. WXY, most bearish scenario actually, but you would still take out these highs here, maybe even all-time high, and then move down to 1.5K before continuation. So yeah, you can be very specific. I really have a preference on ETH. The problem, or not a problem, but the thing is with ETH is I just look up. Any retracement is an opportunity. So yeah, is this 1-2 is very awkward. I don't really like it. The triangle is definitely interesting to me, but you need another move down. WXY, you would first take out the high and then take it from there. So yeah, you're just gonna take out the high. I don't really care about the subwave structures. So, and that's also like on some coins are incredibly clear and very easy. And it's not that ETH is difficult, it's just the probabilities are so in favor of still looking for upside unrelated to any of the local stuff. It doesn't really matter. So ja, there we go. Jij bent de coolste man die ik ken. Alex. Gaan we Nederlands praten? Ja, ik moet misschien een keer een Nederlandse stream doen voor iedereen hier. Zorg ervoor dat je liked en abonneert. This guy. Are you using ChatGPT or what is it? Translate? Oh, nice. Speaking Dutch, yo. Okay, give me a next one, guys. Another alt, anyone? Just pick one. I think DOGE is quite popular generally. While waiting for one to pop up. Okay, ING. We'll have a look there. 1 second before moving in ING. I'm doing things at the same time. I'll fan your flames all day. Give the flames some oxygen. Alex also, everyone. He got married this year, got a kid this year. His life turned upside down. Hopefully your trades are doing good. Alex, by the way, are you more of a day or swing trader? I mean, based on the content you post, I think you're more into like daily levels and daily activity, but I wonder if you also have swings in general. Start to learn Elliott waves, but it's a bit confusing and hard. So can you tell us a best way to learn in a year? By the way, I love your analysis. I'm a big fan. You're doing a great job. Yes, absolutely. While going to ING, by the way, because that was the first one that was written. Do I have it in my... Yes. Okay, so my tip to learn Elliott waves as quick as possible. Step 1 before studying is buy yourself a notebook and a pen. Because as proven also by countless studies, writing things down help with memorizing theory, right? Or memorizing stuff. So and it will take some more time than just copy pasting stuff in a Word document, but it will significantly increase your memory of Elliott wave structures. Now, step 1 is just reading the general theory of Elliott waves. So you go to the Linktree, link is in the description, right? You go to Elliott Wave Education, click on Elliott Wave website. This is a general website, not affiliated. It's just an awesome page that I used. 90% of what you read here is pretty good, right? It's good. Like there's a few things I do different, but in general context, this is a very good start. Just read this. Don't even write stuff down yet. Just read the page, right? And look at the pictures and read the page. That's step 1. Then step 2 is write stuff down and summarize the website. So what you want to do is draw the impulsive structure, draw the levels and retracements and some of the targets, and then also write down some of the theory, right, in your textbook. Some important rules, for example. And you're going to do this starting with an impulse, then the zigzags, then the flats, then the triangles, and then the WXYs. Makes me think. I actually think I had a short about this recently on my YouTube channel. Actually, this is Alex O Crypto's channel, everyone. But if we go to my channel, I also recommend you to do shorts. How to? Oh wait, here it's literally the latest one. You can also check out this short. So yeah. Go through everything, write it down, write the levels, and then next step is implementation. I also recommend after reading the website to check out my Elliott Wave Full Guide public playlist, which is on YouTube, which is this one. Everything you need to know is in here. Holy moly, approaching 30k views. Insane. And then you should have a very good knowledge foundation, and it's all about implementation. So of course, once you're studying, if you know the rules and the guidelines of an impulse, try look for impulses on charts. Generally impulses are easiest, so try to look for impulses on a chart. Put the stuff on the chart, right, like the measurements. Also make sure you put all the targets in your Tradingview, so you have all the templates. You don't have to memorize all the targets. It will happen eventually just by using it, but it would be smart to just use templates, no? Yeah, and then implement, and then always go back to the theory and implement, right? And then you're going to learn about zigzags, and then you're going to try and find some zigzags on the chart, do the measurements, that sort of stuff. And then it's just implementation, new chart, go to empty charts, try to build a whole Elliott wave plan, and practice. So, yeah. What was that the moment you drove your motorcycle in the ditch? Don't roll out of your caravans on our highways. Yeah, typical Dutch stuff. Huh? I've been having a new product being released that are not yet listed in major. Most are shit, but some are worth their time. Ganam, I mean, there's 100%. There must be people in Discord that are interested in this. You might want to drop a message in the general chat in Discord. I personally am not involved with those projects. It's usually based on fundamentals. I only trade the charts. But yeah, just post it in general. Sometimes my exits are terrible. Same, you know. Aquafasami, watching multiple YouTubers, but you are the one that explains it the clearest. Thank you, Aquafasami. Happy to hear. It's a goal, you know, educating people. Okay, we got lots of stuff here. I think you'll likely grow your channel if you were to go full Dutch mode. I very much doubt so. I don't think that in 1 year and 10 months, the channel would have had 14K if I would only speak Dutch, actually. Generally, I'm intraday. I will low leverage swing trade alts. I see. Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay. Maybe a Band-Aid, dropping another one. Thanks, maybe a Band-Aid, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for the support. Lucifer Incestus, make sure to fill in the form that's posted, the link. And we will get you sorted, bump you up to silver. Let me quickly do the chart here. Write down the ING. Trying to combine a bit of chatting, answering questions, a bit of Bitcoin, a bit of everything. 43 minutes into the stream. So the most important barrier actually for ING is this horizontal level. Is quite easily identifiable, of course, but 30 to 32 is the main area of resistance on the chart. Now I do have some stuff going on, so let me have a look here. So the bullish scenario on a weekly time frame, a little bit of a short 4 compared to your, or a long 4 compared to a very short wave 2. Well, let's see. If I take the maximum time for 2, what do we get? Wave 4 ending at the 4-fib time. Okay, that's still fine. We can still use this. Your wave 2 here can still be a flat A, B, and then get a C down, WXY. Yeah, most bullish scenario is what you see on the chart, really. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. You can even make it. No, that's way too bullish. I don't like being too bullish. If you add more 1-2s here. But anyway, in this scenario, you're looking for price to move up. Target for your wave 4 is respected, 382. Previous range, always important in a trending environment, acting as support. That's good to see. Bearish scenario, it's actually still bullish. Daily bearish scenario, very old school. Let me go to the daily time frame here. And just check this move to the downside. This will provide a lot more clarity. Okay. So if this is very bearish, you need either an impulse down, diagonal, or a multi 1-2. Those are the only 3 you need to identify. If you can't identify one of these with high probabilities, you're looking at a corrective structure and price to take out the high. An impulse to the downside is a 5-wave structure, but you can see we have a lot of overlap here, right, in this area of the chart. So even if you would count this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I do think 4 is already too high, but still, you're going to struggle with the overlap. Now, even if we check 4, I do think it touched the 618, and the 618 is an invalidation. There we go. Yeah, 618 touched, so that invalidates wave 4, 2, 3, 4. No. So an impulse is a bit of an issue here. And the only way to get to this, so not an impulse, would be if you want to count a diagonal. A diagonal structure would be 3, zigzag family, 3, zigzag family, 3. All right, so this is something we need to consider. So let's check it. One, two, this is your 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see. 4 has to be shorter than 2. Oh. Wave 5 shorter than 3. Yep. And the channel start end of 1, end of 3, end of 2. That's also fine. So in a bearish scenario, you would look at a diagonal, but it's all 3-wave structures. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Right? That's your bearish scenario, which is then going to be ABC. Caught up with 1.75 speed. What's up? How are you doing? This is, of course, most bearish. Okay, remove this. Invalidation. Okay, so we have an identified bearish scenario on the daily. Just having a quick look at what Bitcoin is doing, by the way. Oh, I'm on the 3-minute. Wait. Okay. Okay. Now, the most common target for BN2 is 05786, so it would actually be nice to still look for a little bit higher. You are at, of course, important resistance. If you break this resistance and you can retest it with some strength as well coming in, market structure continues to be bullish, you're going to end up in the upper range. So, you know. And the bullish scenario is a zigzag family structure. So you're going to have a WXY or WXYXZ, right? Zigzag, correction, zigzag. Preferably you count WXY, okay? Now we get to the probabilities in a second. WXY is more common than a WXYXZ, so, but the low is the same. You're still going to have this low. So this is your invalidation of a bullish scenario. Now we can see that volume is increasing as price is moving to the upside. So if we want to be bullish, we should definitely not drop below this. Preferably you don't even really move below this range. Let's have a look. Nope. No. So to remain bullish, you actually don't want to change structure. And so this is the important one between, like, for probabilities, right? If you're bullish, you would label this as some sort of a 1-2, or you're going to end the correction A, B, C, D, no, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, no triangles. You're going to at least have some 1-2 and then another 1-2. This move is too high to be labeled as a flat ABC now. So in other words, this move up is preferably part of a new impulse if you're bullish. Therefore, you don't want price to break below the low. You are now at resistance, so of course it's not a great place generally for new positions, but yeah. Probabilities. Some coins look a bit better than INJ. Has to be said that diagonals in a wave A of a zigzag only occur in 7% of the cases, which of course is a very low probability. And you do have a diagonal in your wave A in this case. So the probabilities are 7% for this to be true. So arguably it supports a bullish narrative as long as you stay above 22K. 22, not 22K. No. Yo, Alex, man. Thanks, dude. Yo, when a mod gets a gift. Yo, Alex, thanks, man. Wait. Oops. Whoa. Water went in the wrong hole there. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate the gifts, man. Slow End Gaming, Trevor Tabaka, Yatin Singla, and Linas Ba. Make sure to fill in this form here. If you scroll up just a little bit, I just reposted. Can I? Yes. And then we will bump you up to silver because gift subs are bronze, but I'll bump you up to silver. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it, man. Going back to the otter space. Cheers, cheers, cheers. +5, exactly. Checking a couple of the comments again. Doe ik ook maar een mooi Nederlands. Everyone speaking Dutch now. Cheers, mister. Made enough for my week. Most of the liquidity has been pulled into the markets already. Time for a flash crash. Won't hear me complain. But at the moment, though, just not much. We're almost taking 94.8, which is of course important as explained. Probabilities on the higher time frames remain higher also for up. Flash crash would be more like local, like a range, in a wave 4. Yo, what's up, Birabid? Yes, well, the yellow, so the CVD is for anything. The blue line is aggregated, yellow line is Bybit. I don't trade on Bybit. It's just when I started my journey back in the day and I came in touch with CVD, I was trading on Bybit. So that's why it's the Bybit line. I got used to it. Sol is always one that's requested a lot, yeah. Do you have any Black Friday deals? No, I can't. I can't do that because on YouTube, you can't change the prices unless I kick everyone. So I can only change a price, but then all the members get kicked. So that's not really something I want to get myself into, as you can imagine. So yeah, and in general, I haven't considered this. I don't really have anything that I can do it with as well, really. I don't really have those type of products. Solana is always an interesting one. So let's see. Hit resistance. On Solana, we're looking for this impulse here on the weekly time frame. All right. we have a nice sideways ranging structure labeled as a wave 4 here. And then price moving up. Looking for white 5, ending blue 3, then get a blue 4 and a final move up in a blue 5. Now, first of all, price is moving up locally, pretty similar compared to Bitcoin, but you can see the highest volume candle is this one here. So on Solana, if you have 1 2s, you want to see 4 5s. We can at least see one red candle for a wave 2. Right, so therefore on Solana you would still look for higher prices, as in an impulse you still want to see at least 1 4 5 with the potential of 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5 4 5. Right, that's the maximum, that's the most bullish basically. But by all means, this is the first candle that maybe not, we'll see by the end of the week, might close red. In that case, you might start to consider a potential 4 matching this wave 2. Right. And then you still look for price to move up after. Now take a fib from the low to the high, toggle on the wave 4 fibs here. You did touch the minimum target for a wave 4, which is the 236. Invalidation of an impulse is 190. Now currently price, as you can see, hit the white target area here. And then the yellow one above is a little less common, but still perfectly fine. We are just below, we didn't actually take it. Just below all-time highs. Almost happy all-time high on Solana. But yeah, we definitely wait for price to take all-time high. And at the moment, this is what we're looking for. So on a more, I suppose, daily time frame, you look for 4 5s, right? Corrective structures down, price moving up after. So still more upside on Solana as the highest probability. Yeah. Yeah. DOT. You can tell he was a gamer and a doctor. I could just watch him type. Subscribe to Koens. Pronounce Koens, not Cohen. Coens. Yeah. It's like raccoon. The second part. Thank you so much. I've written all the settles and it will start today again. Cheers, Asan. Good luck in your journey of learning Elliott ways. I'm new here, want to become a member. So I answered this one. Pop. But then you need, so the problem here is once you open a new level on YouTube, it's there. The moment I close it, everyone gets kicked. So it doesn't make sense. And I suppose, like, you know, are the Gucci's and the Dior's doing Black Friday, you know, quality above quantity? You know, it's just like, I gotta say, memberships are already like, things are gonna change in 2025. More info about that later. Not at the start probably, but during 2025. Yeah, there. I mean, $10 for silver, 25 gold. I mean, what does silver get? Those are like short-term updates, summary in the morning, everything written in text as well, including pictures and updates in between videos and during the weekend. So, FET, FET, ARB, completed 5-wave inbound Sol. We just did Sol, so we'll go to the right side. That's true. That is true. Okay, so short look here at DOT. DOT is always like, it's an interesting one. Definitely not a nice, clear Elliott wave structure. You can see the confluences, support and resistance levels here on the chart. What we were looking for on DOT is for price to move above this horizontal support resistance area, which it did. And actually it retested it with this candle here, which is quite nice, right? Big retest, closed above the box, and then you got the push. So that is nice, something that we were looking for, not necessarily Elliott waves, but that's of course quite a typical support resistance move. We are now at like gap low 3-month time frame, so there's a big gap here. Anyway, let's remove this. Like I only want to cover the low time frame. 1, 2, yeah, so this is bullish, but let me even cover even lower time frame, because honestly on DOT the only thing that's interesting is the low time frame. Low being 12-hour in this case, but so of course the highest amount of volume is currently in the high. You're moving up, clear move to the upside here. This is the support resistance flip right over here. Move down, close above the SR level and up. Now in this case, bullish would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? You can remove potentially the first 1, 2 because of the ridiculous like structure and just start counting here as well. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Which means you're going to be looking for a couple of 4, 5s minimum. Invalidation, taking out this low, right? So you're looking for an impulse purely due to the structure and the volume coming in. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3-wave correction, 1, 2, up. Volume highest in the high. Invalidation, 5. Preferably you're still looking for wave force. Invalidation is 7. If price moves down to 7, a wave 4 is invalidated. Not an impulse, but a wave 4 is invalidated, which means you have to count this as another 1, 2 to remain bullish. Becomes a bit tricky. Of course, if you do hit the 618, it does impact probabilities for the bulls, but your invalidation is the low. So at the moment, as price is just testing the 05 here, ranging sideways, highest volume in the high, probabilities at the moment are highest to look for higher on DOT, but keep an eye on what I explained. Keep an eye on 7, keep an eye on 5. Those are your more important levels. I also saw AVAX earlier. Let's have a look here. Timestamp. Wait. Okay, what do we have here? Confluences. Okay, nice. So yeah, we knew that price bounced on the point of control. This against important support resistance level. Also flip now over here. That is nice. There's not really any great resistance here per se. We have a bit of a gap here, right? And the gap is now filled as price touched it, but it's nothing major. Bearish scenario, yeah. Bullish scenario, which was the higher probability scenario here. Now in this case, we are then counting at least a single 1, 2 with the potential of a double here. 1, 2, 1, 2, go. I just want to label conservative, always better than being way too bullish. So a 1, 2 single here, and then look for 3, 4, 5 would be primary, and then just observe. It's the same as on DOT. You pull a fib from the low to the high. Your invalidation for a wave 4 is pretty much 30, 29.9, so 30. You don't want price to move down there at the moment. If it does, then your invalidation now is taking out this low at 22. Highest volume in the recent move up, right? Bump in volume representing a potential wave 3, because that's what you like to see in a wave 3. Right, so that's your bullish scenario. Bearish scenario, lower probabilities as wave C extended to the 2.618, which is a less common target for a wave C in a flat. In this case, by the way, you're looking for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and then you want to see continuation down. So a 5-wave structure. If price can move up to the 886 at 56, probabilities, again, like it's not the highest probability, but it will go down more though. If you can take out 886, probability is high to take out the high, which would then invalidate this scenario and give more strength to the bulls, which still have the higher probability. The bulls have the higher probability. I think we have, I'm not sure last time we did AVAX. Can't be too long ago, no? Daily time frame. We have overlap here, so an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't work due to the overlap, which means diagonals or multi 1, 2. Multi 1, 2 doesn't work as price moved up and took out this high, which means the diagonal would be the only bearish option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if 5 is longer than 3. No, it isn't. Because 5 is longer than wave 3, you need to think about expanding diagonals, which means your 4 has to be also longer than your 2. That is correct. But an expanding diagonal is very rare. There we go again. Never preferred unless everything else fails. Now, interestingly, preferably your wave 3, of course, is longer than your wave 1. In an expanding diagonal, which is also most common. Expanding diagonal is already very rare, but your 3 is also shorter than your 1. It's not an invalidation, impacts probabilities negatively. So yeah, the bulls have a higher probability. Probabilities are higher, this is corrective, not impulsive. Increasing probabilities for the bulls on the weekly. No, the invalidation. Yeah. Happening, what's happening here? Jeez, we still didn't take it here. Okay, yeah. Do we get a scoop today? Like 40% in minutes or something that destroys most traders. Remember the 90-90-90 rule. The 90-90-90 rule. Ooh, I have heard that before, but I forgot the rule. $90. I'm trying to remember. 90% in. You gotta help me out here. Haven't seen that in a long time. Oh wait, do I have ARB? Is this ARB? Is this it, by the way? It's best to write the code for the coins, not the full name. I'm not generally a big altcoin trader, so I don't always know the full names versus the ticker. ARB rectangle. Oh no, that makes life easy. Yeah, I mean it's the same here, no? Identified support resistance, weekly candle with a retest, closing above the SR level. That's what you like to see. At the moment here, we would then look for 1, 2. Now this is very messy. If you don't really like to move, like count this as a 1, 2, just focus on the local move up. And in that case, highest amount of volume in the recent move. Therefore, you preferably count 1, 2s here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, because a wave 3 most commonly has the highest amount of volume. And therefore, the ranges before are preferably labeled as your wave 2s. Right? So your invalidation, it's actually quite nice because your invalidation is moving back below the SR level, 0.649. Volume moving up, price moving up. Your invalidation is clear. Now, currently the highest volume is in the recent move up. So if you consider a wave 4, then your invalidation for a wave 4 is 0.75, right? Doesn't invalidate a bull market here, but you would then need another 1, 2 to remain bullish, right? Your invalidation for a bull market though is 0.6494. And at the moment, the fact you moved above the SR level, you're moving up, increased amount of volume, looking for price to move to the upside. ARB targets. Let me have a look here. Targets for me is, first of all, checking resistances. So we have a monthly order block and a monthly horizontal level. I'm not too interested in putting all the dailies on my chart here. Where's my volume profile? Here it is. Okay. Your monthly right on top of your point of control. Not bad. Okay. You moved above the downtrend point of control. Value area high is 1.7. But most important resistance is just above you. Of course, we can talk Elliott wave targets, but let's first take it step by step. No, the problem with a wave 3, if you or whatever you want to count this as a 1 and then a 2. The problem with a wave 3 is they can extend enormously. So it doesn't really make sense to really talk about targets. Minimum target, if this is 1, 2, is already reached, 1.618. If you take 1.618 here, you're looking for 1.09 minimum. Wave 3s can extend and extend and extend, and it makes a lot more sense. So this is what I recommend from an Elliott wave point of view. Wait for a range similar in size to these. So you just move up, volume is moving up, 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 up. And then eventually you get a sideways range that is the same or preferably longer in size than one of these two. That's going to be your 4. And then you still look for price to move up in 5. So you still, in other words, then look for price to move up, right? So it makes more sense. So once price is pushing, and this is the general tip I tend to give, once price is pushing, of course, on the lower time frames, there's many opportunities for entries depending on your plan. But if it is pushing, you got to wait for a range to form, and then the range gives the new opportunity. On the low time frame, of course, you can have more entries than on the higher time frame, keeping this in mind with the range. Most important resistance to the upside is 111, point of control plus a monthly. That's important resistance on the chart. So, and that's, you can't decide on a bull run target for ARB because you need to wait for a 4 and 5, and then we can talk targets. At the moment though, you have 1, 2, 1, 2, right? You would look for a wave 3, preferably extends further. And then the moment a wave 3 is finished, only then can you start talking about the targets for a bull run. Because price here made an all-time low, or at least on my chart here. No idea if there's more charts with more history. But I don't have any old stuff, right? This is an all-time low. You can't use any of this. This is all useless, completely useless. You can only use it to determine volume and resistance. But all of this is useless for Elliott waves. Unless somehow we have another chart where we actually have more info. But when you have an all-time low, you can only look at this. And all of this is irrelevant. So at the moment, if this is impulsive, the only thing you know is, well, price is moving up, volume moving up. Wave 3, price action. we remain bullish as long as we stay above 0.64, and then we see how far it goes. No all-time low if I am right. Bybit chart has all of the data. Okay, let's have a look. USD. What's the chart? Maybe this spot. Yeah, okay, but I don't count this. This is not an all-time low. This candle here. So the all-time low is that one. This I don't count this. These type of. So I pretty much I would then think this is indeed all-time low. No? Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would be looking at. Cardano, I see some Cardano here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cardano, we are at resistance. Very nice. So key resistance here, we have the point of control monthly and weekly, 114. We covered this, I think we covered Cardano about a week, 2 weeks, week ago, 1.5 weeks ago. And we were talking about 114, right? That's the next area of resistance. We already tested the white box once here and rejected. Second time around, poof. Very nice. So we have our resistance here. If price can pass this, there's not a lot going on. No? You have a value area high at 2.5-ish. This monthly is all the way up here, so that doesn't make sense. And weeklies 140. A weekly at 205. What's the Fibonacci? Also golden pocket here, by the way. Okay, golden pocket as well. Adding to the resistance, 0.786. A little bit maybe of an order block, but that's it. There's like this is your most significant resistance, and then the bullish scenario had the highest probabilities, which is what you see on the chart. So here we then have again price moving up, volume moving up. You just wait for 3 to end, start a 4, and then get a 5. And inside your wave 3, you then have potentially a double 1-2, but you at least have a single 1-2, and you still look for then a lower time frame, wave 4. So, So in other words, you have your 1-2, 1-2, 3. 4, 5, 4, 5. So you just got to wait for a bit of a range to form. We just hit resistance, clear resistance on the chart. So you want to pass this, but probabilities remain higher here at the moment for the bulls. 886 touch at the moment here at the high as well. 886 taken from high to low. Hit. Probabilities increased that the retracement locally is corrective, not impulsive. The only way to count this bearish now would be an ABC. And then you're going to move into A, B, C. And in C, you then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the difference between your bullish and bearish scenario is a 4, 5. So here you have 1, 2. You look for 4 and then a 5. Whenever that 4 comes, right? You want wave 4 to be of a decent size. I mean, look at 2, right? So you want a wave 4 to also be a couple of candles, and then you still look for price to move up in a 5. And if you then get another 4 or 5, right? That's your bullish scenario. So that's the difference really. But in both cases, you would still look for price to take out the high here. Mm-hmm. Did we hit 94.8? We did. We did indeed. That is very nice. Yup, we did indeed. Profit, 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 profit. Up, 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 up. Go, go, go. Move my stop loss up here. Okay. Very nice. Flatten wave B on Bitcoin. No, I would. I personally not looking for a flat. Either like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3-wave down, right? Or bullish is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you start your wave 3. Volume coming in, right? Mind the volume. If this is a flat, then of course you let's see, you would need. Can I take it from here? No, it's too low here. But then again, didn't reach the common target area. This looks like a 5-waver on the lower time frame, not a nice 3. And then if you want to count A, B, C, your C of course has to be a 5-wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the bullish count would be a multi 1, 2. So then you have your 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. I don't know. You would then expect quite a big C. Not really looking at that. What's your where did you join maybe Band-Aid? You say yesterday, so probably somewhere here. And then I guess your stop loss was somewhere below because you didn't get stopped out, else you would have joined today probably. Yesterday. I don't know the 127. WXY is invalidated. Yes, Martin. What's up, Slipstream? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I just analyzed ARB. I said everything there 1930. So it's bullish unless you hit invalidation, and keep an eye on the wave 4 invalidation. I forgot the exact pull, but the analysis started at 109.30. So it's up unless proven otherwise. Yeah. 127 extension. I'm actually not sure what the 127 is, but it's nice that you're long as well. On Bitcoin, could we get turning point between 95.1 and 96.6? The only bit of resistance you have is a bit of a support resistance area, but it's not really in confluence with any of the like levels on my chart here. Golden pocket is also just above 96.6, of course, as you say. That's the only two things. But yeah, golden pocket is always important also for a wave B in the bearish scenario, right? So golden pocket is also in here. So of course the answer is yes, it can. But as mentioned in the analysis this morning as well, if we look for a B, you want a 3-wave, right? For the bulls, if this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, you now start 3, volume coming in. You want to continue, right? You need an impulse now. You don't want to hover and go sideways too much. ABC target would be below A. Invalidation is taking all-time high, but you need to wait for B. And at the moment, this is your bearish scenario. Your bullish scenario is continuation. So as explained in the morning analysis, take out this high. And now the bulls, if this is a finished 3-waver, the bulls need to push now. Like your only bullish scenario here is 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. So you gotta move. If that doesn't happen, you're gonna have a B. And then you expect C, with the potential of still a bigger triangle as well, by the way. Oh, I see, maybe a band-aid. At least you entered somewhere down here. What settings do you use on ATAS for endbox? Tick size 50. That's basically it. Tick size. So you can download my templates in Discord in the Good to Know channel. Here. What do you do when the fib levels are so different between log and normal? You got to know when you choose normal and when you choose log. So you only use log chart when you go to a time frame where you analyze. Wait, let me rephrase this. You only use log chart if the part that you analyze on any given chart has pumped a couple of %, right? So 150 plus would be minimum, like 200 plus, 150 plus. If not, use normal, like linear chart, right? When you set your fibs, you can, however, have all your templates set with the fib levels based on log chart toggled on. I'm currently on the linear chart, not on logarithmic, which means this is turned off automatically. It's not even on, right? The moment, however, I go to the log chart, which it is now, it's turned on, and I can choose to turn it on or off if I wish to. But if I'm on a log chart, I want to use the log fibs. So I always have it turned on. So only use log when you go to a chart where price has pumped a couple of %. Else it's not really useful. You want to correct for the percentage difference. Right, 1% at 15K is very different than 1% at 90K, and that's basically what you're correcting for. I saw that you don't have on your chart the daily negative point of control 95-200, and I have it on ATAS. I wonder if I have something 95-200. Yeah, well, my ATAS, I don't know what happened first time ever, but I like miss all of this price action in my ATAS, so that's why I don't have any point of controls here. I don't have this. It's like the daily candle stopped here and then the new day opened, and only when the new day opened somewhere here did my chart continue. So I don't know. So that is why I don't have a naked point of control. And I actually did check Leviathan's indicator here as well, but as you can see, right, we have one here at about 95, but it was tapped here. So I was like, okay, yeah, I can't use this. And then I also pulled, where is it, volume profile, right? 1 second here. When do the days start again? Do they start at 1? Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it's this one a little bit higher, but it's like it's touched with this candle, so I don't really have it on my chart. That's the only reason. Spiritually stupid. What's up? Welcome. Great to see you again after a few days. How have you been? I've been doing very well. Of course, I was in the Netherlands for the last week. Lots of stuff going on. Business meetings as well as family and friends, but I had a great time. But happy to be back and continue. I was together with Tim as well. What's up, Zed? How you doing, Zia? Welcome. Let me have a look here. Could you please give an Elliott wave analysis for HUT? I'm not able to join weekend alt streams. Yeah, that's why we're here. But what is HUT, man? I've never heard about this before. Yo, what's the? Can you give me some more info? What's the chart, or what is? I see HNT. I have no idea what I'm looking for. HNT is not the same as HUT. So, oh, NASDAQ. I mean, it looks good. 1 second here. Of course, bullish is very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seven, 8, 6. Common target for a wave 2. In that case, you would probably have another 1, 2, 1, 2. You want to look for 3, but you want more volume to come in. Invalidation is the low. Currently at the golden pocket. Also, previous range, so a bit of resistance here. Point of control also just above us. Of course, I can pull a weekly here as well, but it's just not relevant. We have the golden pocket, we have the point of control. That's the most important resistance. I mean, the impulse up here it's quite a clear impulsive structure. Deep retracement in a 2. It almost looks like a 5-waver as well. But that would be your bearish scenario, of course. For the bulls, so let me put this in a folder. Wouldn't really like a flat like A, B, C. That would be too big. It's very, very big. It would be nicest if you see the curvature. If you can continue this, moving to the upside, we have some volume. Locally, 1, 2, 3 highest volume. So far, highest amount of volume is in the high. So if this is your 2, you would still look for a 4 and at least another move up in a 5. And this is weekly time frame. So probabilities here would be higher to still take out the high here at 28. Bullish scenario is very clear. 1, 2, preferably your 2 is finished. 7, 8, 6. It's deep retracement for 2, perfectly fine. And you are looking for price to continue towards the upside. Main area of resistance is right above you at 30. Flip 30 and yeah, there's not much above it. Bearish scenario would be this then needs to be like corrective, like a flat of some A, B, and this is your C, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3-wave correction and down. WXY, zigzag, WXY. Problem though is then your X hit the 0.7 Fibonacci, which lowers the probabilities for a WXY. Alternatively, you need to look into A, B, and then C. One second. A, B, C, D. In that case, you would have A, B, C, D, E. And then you have your second leg up. Bearish scenario C, and then all-time lows, company dies. But in that case, so for the bearish probabilities to increase, you want to focus on this. 1, 2, 3, highest amount of volume. Still look for another 4, 5 at least. So. Well, I don't have a lot going on FTM here, it seems. This might be very old yes, it is. Very old analysis. I can see it by the colors of the fibs. Not too relevant here. Why did I do this? Okay, I see. Extended one kun is less common. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is a truncated 5. We'll remove. Let's just clean everything up. And so, oh, I forgot to write down when I analyzed HUD. Oops. Probably around 128 or something. And now we have FTM. And there was light. Okay, quite easy, right? 5-wave move. $382 minimum target for a wave 2. It's also 4 p.m. now, so I do have to go very soon, so I can't do many charts. After this, I'll do DOGE, as that has been requested often, but then gotta move. No? Ooh, online 4. A nice 1.5 hours. 1, 2. So with the current low, ended before the 1-to-1, which is fine for a wave 2. Of course, that's most bullish if your 2 is finished. If you do drop below these lows here, right, unless you wick them, next area of support is the range here, which is the golden pocket. Wow. Bearish scenario, however, is very clear. Did we touch the 886? Yes, we did. Increasing probabilities to take out this high here at 123, which we haven't yet. The reason that's the case, I'm thinking ahead of what I'm saying, but WXY double zigzag. X is very deep. It hit the 0.7 from W, which lowers probabilities already. But also if this is the end of Y and therefore the end of B, and you look for an impulse down in C, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. This needs to be another 1. And then the 886 is rare for 2. Common for corrective structures, but probabilities are now higher to take out this high. And if you then really want to move into like bearish counts, if you do take out that high, you got to look for WXYXZ. But WXYXZs are always very rare, never preferred unless everything else fails. And the everything else fails is bullish counts, right? It's like impulses. So, So of course it does support the bulls. Can't deny what is very awkward is big range in the middle here. Like 3, 3. That's what got me thinking into zigzags. Of course, you can still have like an expanding diagonal, but then you still want to take out this high, move up, get a deep retracement, and then continue. So in other words, you're still going to stay above the lows. It's still bullish. It's not bearish. Bearish would be take out the lows. But then we need a B here. But looking at the structure, a zigzag 535 doesn't look very likely. Unless we have a running flat. Oh. This then has to be A, B. This has to be your C. You need a 5 waver in A. You have a clear 2, not a very, I don't know what's here going on the low time frames, but you need a 4. And then you have A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Running flat. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. Common target for B is hit. So that it's perfectly fine. And also your target for a wave C in the running flat is hit. So, but that would be your bearish scenario, but then you're going to look for an impulse in a C. And we do have overlap here, as you can see, right? High, low, which means that we cannot count this as an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because 1 and 4 overlap. Then you need diagonals. But if this is a diagonal, then it's an expanding diagonal because 4 is longer than 2, which is very rare. So its diagonal doesn't have the highest probability here. And even in a diagonal, you still want price to move up and take out this 1-to-1 in an expanding diagonal, which pretty much means take out the high. But in a wave C, you preferably like to see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then eventually you get your 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, etc. Right? So you want to see higher still. Even in a bearish scenario, I would then count this as a flat. I guess similar is in a bullish scenario where okay, finished corrective structure 1, 2, and then up, and then you have another 1, 2, 1, 2. I would probably in this scenario, like for the bulls, I would only look at this low, and then just try to count impulses here. Oops. So 1 2 1 2 uppy. Right, and then just track this. So you want to see the volume increase up. So you have your 1 2 1 2, and you want price to move up. Invalidation is changing the structure, right? This one already would make you aware. This one would really invalidate things. Possibly already actually moving below here. And then you want price move continue moving, right? 886 is touched, also supports taking out the high. Even in a bearish scenario, you would like to see higher. So yeah, on FTM, I'd be looking for price to still move up. Being aware of resistance. 143. $160. And currently at the golden pocket. Yeah, so yeah. That's that. Shortly, Luke, Odin, I gotta go. You can just ask me in Discord. So where is it? I want to actually do Doge last and then call it a day. Render moved above the support resistance area, currently retesting. So 1 2 and 2, moving above resistance. Not really interested in. I would just focus now on the local price action here. Volume is coming in. So in a bullish scenario, highest amount of volume, recent move to the upside. 1 2 3 4, or maybe a 5 retest, but 1 2, that's ridiculous, of course. So either this is part of a corrective structure, or somehow you need 1 2 3 4 5 expanding diagonal, 3 wave 2, and then up. And then this can either become a new 1 2 up, or this is your 3. Highest volume is in the recent move to the upside. So your bullish scenario would be 1 2, potentially another 1 2 and continue, or this is your 3. If we do look at the local price action though, 1 2 3 4 5, the move here definitely has the opportunity to, like, you definitely have the opportunity to have a finished impulse, look for a bit of a retracement continuation. But locally, you touch the 886, taken from the high to the low, and the 886 always increases probabilities to still take out the high. So, yeah, looking for upside in the end. It's only this price action is relevant. So you then have 1 2 3 4 5 expanding diagonal, 1 2, and this is your impulsive structure. Bearish, of course, would be A, B, C. But now that you moved above the SR level, that's important. It's important. This is you can see how important this level has been in the past. Oops. So and you touch the 886 here, and therefore probabilities are higher to still take out the high. So that would be my main focus locally, to look for setups where price moves up. I finally wanted to do Doge, as it's always a classic favorite of many people and often requested. Support held nicely. That's bullish. That's also bullish. Where are we now? So we're above my pretty much final resistance. I mean, this is still a weekly here as well. I mean, we can put it on the chart, I suppose. Yeah. I forgot to write down render. Cheers, Odin. Cheers. Let me check the timestamps. When did you write that? 4:05. So and it's now, so that is 8 minutes ago. 8 minutes 1:42. So it must have been 1. ish. And now this is Doge. We did Rose last stream. I gotta go after this one. Been online for 2 hours. Gotta move on. Gotta do some other stuff. So here on Doge, we then have our 1-2, right? So that was what we were looking for, and then our 3, potentially double 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, a triple 1, little range as you can see here as well before the big move. So there's the potential for a triple 1-2, right? 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and then you get your 3. So on Doge, it's also like relatively simple where your bullish count is looking for your 4s. Now, if we go to the 3-day, yeah, here you can see the other 1-2. But let me just take it from this low here. I mean, arguably, yeah, you could. No, I'm gonna take this one anyway. Invalidation for an impulse wave 4 is 0.18. That would be a big drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would pull the fibs from the 0.10 to where price is now. Did we touch the 886 by the way? No, not yet. 0.55. A little bit more upside needed. But yeah, on Doge, you're going to be looking for price to continue towards the upside. If price touches 0.18, not great. Invalidation 0.08. Price moving up, volume moving up. That's what you like to see in a wave 3. The volume of the most recent move up is higher than your wave 1, which is what you like to see in a wave 3 as well. And if price would hit 0.18, that's not great. Also, by the way, yeah, you're still looking for multiple 1 like 4, 5. So you have a 1, 2, and then potentially 3 1-2s, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, meaning 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. So you're still looking for higher on Dogecoin, and depending on when you really start with your wave 4s, you can get a better estimation of targets. But if you move up and hit 0.55, that's the 886 from the all-time high to the low, increases probabilities to take all-time high. So at the moment, that's definitely something that's likely. On Doge, that's it, guys. I gotta go. So was going to be online till 4 p.m. 1.5 hours. Very, very nice price on Bitcoin here. Just took out 94.8. That is important. So now we just observe if price pushes fast, because that's what bulls want to see, or if it's going to be a more sideways move. At the moment, of course, it's sharp, some volume increasing. For the bulls, you want to have a straight line up. There's nothing else you want to see. You pretty much just want to continue, right? Of course, you can have small retracements, but only in a bearish scenario for an A5 wave. Oh, lol, you're looking at my face instead of the chart. That's, of course, not what you want to see. But you took out this high. For the bulls, you're looking for 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So you want to see strong continuation, right? For the bears, and of course, small retracements, no problem. You definitely don't want to change structure, so you want to stay above this low. And the bears are looking more for sideways price action, right? So the bulls just look for this, the bears look for this, and if you get this, you look for price to take the low. Ta-da. So we got to wait, in other words, right? We got the move to the upside. We were waiting a bit for price to move up. And did we hit the 0.5? Almost. Not yet, almost. Getting close. And then depending on the structure to the upside, we'll know the probabilities, but at least we got to move up. So cool. Cool. Thanks everyone for being here, and thanks for hanging out here for so long. 2 hours of live stream. Started at 2:30, and at least that's when the camera opened after the countdown. We have done Bitcoin, I will put the timestamps in, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, INJ, Solana, DOT, AVAX ARB, ADA, HUT, which is NASDAQ stuff, FTM, Render, and DOGE. So yeah, appreciate it. Tomorrow, of course, will be another live stream. Sorry for the wiggly. I'm leaning against my desk. But tomorrow, of course, another live stream. Tonight, no expectations of posting anything. You know, we know what we're looking for on Bitcoin, so let's just observe, and then a new update comes tomorrow. Live stream tomorrow as well, as mentioned. And yeah, let's see where Bitcoin is tomorrow, because we might be able to do more alts during these live streams if Bitcoin isn't doing too much, right? So we can do a combination of like chatting Q&A and then checking some alts and that sort of stuff. Basically like we did today, and we actually did quite a lot now, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 different charts. So not bad. Yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Thanks Odin, maybe a band-aid for hanging out here. And Adam got a gift, but he is a mod as well, so nice luck there. But thanks everyone for popping in, and I will see you again at the next one.